Tooned 50, the story so far.
McLaren's 50th anniversary. This should be a night to remember. Knock, knock. No? Okay, let's press on. The McLaren brand began 50 years ago, and from the start it was a story of success.
You don't know the first thing about how McLaren started.
And how exactly would you know?
'Cause I was there.
Well, people haven't come to hear your story, sir.
Aye, thanks.
Chaps.
As I was saying, the real story of McLaren began long ago with a young boy called Bruce McLaren.
Oh, we definitely got it this time, mate.
Of course, things were a lot different back then. But Bruce was determined to be a racing driver.
Hold on, sorry. I'm not going to stand idly by and let you insinuate that Bruce McLaren was a failure.
Failure? The man was a genius. 'Cause he made you believe anything was possible.
Right. Now, who'd like to see a statistical breakdown of Bruce McLaren's racing career?
Or I could tell you all my Emerson Fititpaldi story.
Oh, nuts.
Let me tell you, there was more to Emerson than met the eye. When he heard the sound of that engine revving, it unleashed a wild beast within him. To us, he was the wolf.
Emerson Fititpaldi was a werewolf?
This is preposterous. Emerson Fititpaldi is not a motor racing lycanthrope. Prove it! Well, as a matter of fact, he happens to be one of our guests tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Emerson Fititpaldi.
Hi, folks.
Now, Emerson, I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but are you now, or have you ever been, a werewolf?
I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but I'm just a regular Formula One world champion.
Thank you, Emerson Fititpaldi. Our next driver is James Hunt, McLaren's first British champion. Though I'm not always sure his off-track activities gave our country a good name.
Codswallop! The man was a national hero.
Looking for this, Mr. Hunt?
Loudfinger.
The film and the race are mine, but at least you will have one last hot lap.
Phew, thought I'd almost lost my helmet. Thanks.
Where on earth is James?
Peekaboo.
What?
This is impossible.
Utter nonsense. James Hunt was not a secret agent.
Then why has this car got an ejector seat?
No idea, but let's give it a whirl, shall we? Excellent.